Material science is a branch of science that reveals many diverse factors in materials. Materials comprise a wide range of metals and non-metals which must be processed to form the end product. Information and knowledge about their different properties is very important, else manufacturing processes could become complex and costly. Material science investigates relationships existing between the structures of materials and their properties and concerns their interdisciplinary study of materials for engineering and practical purposes. It is based on solid state physics and chemistry of structure of materials. Materials are very frequently used in engineering field, so we must know what can be the various classification of materials, what kind of materials we can come across in our day to day life, so that we can choose judicially which type of material should be used in our applications. So common engineering materials that come within the scope of material science may be classified into one of the following three categories. Number one, metals, that is ferrous metals and non-ferrous metals. Then number two, ceramics, and number three, organic polymers. Metals are element substances that readily give up electrons to form metallic bonds and conduct electricity. When two or more pure metals are melted together to form a new metal whose properties are quite different from those of original metals, it is called an alloy. Metal possesses specific properties like plasticity and strength. Some favorable characteristics of metals are luster, hardness, resistance to corrosion, thermal and electrical conductivity, malleability, stiffness, the property of magnetism, etc. These properties are due to two factors. Number one, the atoms of which metals are to be composed, and number two, the way in which these metal atoms are distributed in space lattice. So now I'll explain about the various categories. Number one, metals. The metals are those substances which have metallic luster. Very common definition. When in a metal, the main constituting part is iron, then these are known as ferrous metals, and when the main constituting part is other than iron, it is known as non-ferrous metals. We can go in more details about the metals. Rather, I'll give a separate lecture on the kind of metals. Now I'll give a brief definition of ceramics. These are materials consisting of phases. These are compounds of metallic and non-metallic elements. Common ceramics are rocks, minerals, glass fiber, metallics, fired clay, abrasives, etc. Then we have polymers. These are materials which are carbon compounds. They are solid composed of long molecular chains. Their structures are fairly complex and three-dimensional. Common organic materials are plastic and synthetic rubbers. Now these three categories of materials, their important categories and common examples of engineering use are given in the table, which you can see of yourself. In metals and non-metals, the common engineering characteristics are the luster, hardness, resistance to corrosion, thermal and electrical conductivity, malleability, stiffness, and the property of magnetism. And the materials commonly used are iron and steels, aluminium, copper, zinc, magnetism, brass, bronze, invar, superalloy, and conductors, etc. Then the ceramics have the property of thermal resistance, brittleness, hardness, opaqueness to light, electrical insulation, abrasiveness, resistance to corrosion, and high temperature strength. And the materials commonly used, which are known as ceramics, are silica, glass, cement, concrete, refractories, silicon carbide, boron nitride, abrasives, ferrites, insulators, garnets, etc. Whereas the materials which are known as organic polymers have the properties of being soft, light in weight, dimensionally unstable, poor conductors of electricity and heat, ductile, combustible, low thermal resistance, etc. Whereas the materials of this category are plastics, both polyvinyl chlorides and PTFE, polythene, polycarbonate, natural and synthetic fibers such as rubber, leather, cotton, nylon, and terylene, etc. The other uses of these three type of materials are for the use of explosives, refrigerants, insulators, lubricants, detergents, fuels, vitamins, medicines, for surface treatment, adhesives, fire reinforced plastics, etc. So the engineering materials are required in our day-to-day life for a number of purposes, which I'll give you in the next lecture. Thank you. I hope you can understand now in a better way. Thank you.